Now, Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval with the On Your Side forecast.
All right, those temperatures have been in the 90s for a few days, and as I mentioned yesterday, they would start to come down, and that's just the case for the weekend here. Still near 90 today. We go down to 85 and 86 for Saturday and Sunday. A refreshing breeze coming in out of the northwest tomorrow. Then that wind settles down Sunday for a spectacular day where I think while we'll probably get rid of the smoke tomorrow, we certainly should have it gone by Sunday. A better chance of it anyway, so it could be just amazing weather over the weekend. A little cloud cover could come in to give us a partly cloudy sky Monday. We're still in the 80s, and then that front will give us a nice drop in temperature Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, kind of hovering there generally in the 70s. So are you headed to Broncos Stadium? Kickoff tomorrow at 8:15, maybe doing some tailgating. 83 degrees at 6 o'clock, 78 as the sun goes down, kickoff occurs. It will be absolutely spectacular as that wind starts to settle right down to next to nothing. 68 degrees and still mild as you're heading home from the game. Wildfire smoke, which is coming from Medford and Northern California. These fires have been bringing smoke to the north. Now our wind is shifting a little more out of the, instead of going south to north, it's going southwest to northeast, and it's going to start to shift a little bit more towards the west like this. And so some smoke will blow overhead, but eventually the source of that smoke will send it down to the south of us. And so hopefully that will be the case by Sunday. In the meantime, our air quality index is in the low 80s right now. Tomorrow's forecast is in the 60s. It's saying 63 moderate. So moderate air quality is still a good bet during the day tomorrow. Let's take a look at the fire danger because this is going to be increasing as we go through tomorrow with the wind picking up. We've got a red flag warning in this general region, and you see some of the numbers between Twin Falls and Pocatello going well up into the middle range here. Not extreme fire danger, but it's definitely rising in the Twin Falls area throughout the Camas Prairie as well. These locations are going to be dry and breezy during the day tomorrow, so be careful if you're dealing with fire, some haze and some smoke. A little bit of a breeze on Payette Lake today, but coming up for the day tomorrow, we go from the 80s dropping down now as that front comes through. The further north you go, the more prominent will be the cooling, and of course the higher elevations will notice it much more as well. So a 10-degree temperature drop in McCall for tomorrow, not as much in Boise. 76 on Sunday. Refreshing weather down into the 60s next week with maybe even a slight chance for a shower coming in. Satellite picture shows just high clouds streaming through. There's no rain with this. Our front is right here. This is the cold front, so ahead of it the hot weather and the warm weather and now cooler weather, but this is going to slide up to the northeast here, and as it does, it's going to be bringing in, well, you see the smoke right here that we've had in our view? That'll tend to fade away, and as it does, with cooler flow will push on by, and we'll get that little bit of a drop in temperature and clean the air out as well. I want to show you here, this is Tropical Storm Florence, likely to turn into a hurricane. It's still a long ways away. It's some 1,600 miles from the coast here of the United States, but the tracks continue to bring it right towards the east coast. Conditions are favorable for massive development. Could be a Category 4 storm sitting somewhere off the coast here. And if that's the case, we could be dealing with some pretty big issues here. The spaghetti plot, all the different computer forecast models putting the threat here to the central U.S. coastline with a major hurricane by, say, next Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday. We'll be watching it closely. In the meantime, my exclusive true view of tomorrow's weather today. The sunshine comes back. The high clouds are gone. The breeze comes back about 10 to 15 miles an hour for Boise, 15 to 20 at times towards Mountain Home, mid-80s, blue skies, very pleasant in the Boise Mountains tomorrow. Locally breezy conditions on Payette Lake and Cascade Lake as well. 81 in Riggin, 75 throughout Long Valley, Stanley and Sun Valley. Can't ask for much better. 75 to 80, a local breeze. The Camas Prairie will likely have breezy conditions as well. But that sunshine returns for everybody. No big storms really anywhere. Enjoy the pleasant conditions. Your pleasant maybe 85. If it's 75, I wrote that in there for next week as the temperatures come down a little bit. And, well, I just like this forecast. It's just all the way out.
As long as the smoke doesn't get any worse.
And that's the key. If we can bring the cooler weather in, because the heat's been building those fires up, so there's more smoke being produced. We'll cool it down. If we can push that smoke to the south, that's what the trend has been when these cool downs come in, that we get that blue sky coming back.
We want that back.
Yeah, we do.
Yes. Thanks, Scott.